Howdy folks, hot one today. Our van says it's 29.5 at the minute. Yeah, it is hot. So we're in for a bit of another heat wave for the next few days. Today's Saturday, and like you just see on the van, it's touching 30. Tomorrow, Sunday, it's even hotter, and I think like Monday, talking 34 odd, which again is very hot for the UK. We've seen it before. It's not unusual, but it's still, we're not like you Aussies and that are just like, that's nothing. It's a cold day for you. So it is very hot. Hence why we've had a delivery from Firestick, and I'm going around putting all fire sticks and all the basically the main tractors. So both the T7s, the T4, which is this one, 6020. The loader, JCB loader, that's got one in. I've fitted one to the back of the combine, 100-second ones. The tractors have all got 50 seconds. We've got two 100-second ones on the combine, and put one on the back. Just got to put one in the cab, but that's of course got big extinguishers on as well. But we'll get this one fitted, and then we're going to have a look at the combine. We've also got the tanker on as well. That's filled with water on the back of the fast track. Just because, it's very hot. There's, all the grass is sort of dead now. There's no green about. So, the chance of fire is, rising steadily. And, not that we haven't started harvesting or anything like that yet, but, it don't take much, does it? So it pays to be prepared. But anyway, let's get this one fitted, which will take about a minute. Then we're going to look at the combine. So the reason we went for these fire safety sticks is, if you remember, I did the simulated fire on the FW and put the little fire out in the engine bay and everything. And I found that they are very handy to use, easy to install, easy to grab, don't take up any room, and once you know how they work, they're simple. So all you do, pop the top cap off, that exposes that bit. Then you want the bottom cap, which has got, I'm not going to do it because it's got the little tab on, but that's got the other end of the striker on. And if you imagine I've got that bit in my hand, you literally just go like that, like you're striking a match. It'll fire up, hold it on the plastic bit there, and then aim it at the base of the fire. Simple as. 50 seconds you get with these. Obviously the bigger ones you get 100 seconds. So it's peace of mind is what it is really, isn't it, I think. No maintenance with these, just check it every year or every 6 months that the top bit is still hard. That bit there is still hard. If that's hard, it's still usable. So, and these have got, shelf lives of over 15 years. So, and you haven't got to test them every year like you have with the normal canister ones, which we'll have a look at in a sec on the combine. But so that is installed. That goes there. I tend to mount them that way with the plastic bit up, so that when you pull that off, you can quite easily, like that, pull the end off, which is good because then it immediately opens up the striker bit. Whereas if you had it the other way, you could unintentionally pull that bit off, that's the bit you need. You could pull that off and leave it in the cab. So that's why I have it that way. And I'll just demonstrate that again. Put it in there properly, like so. So as you lift up, that comes off automatically, basically. So, and then you're holding the plastic bit anyway. So there we go. That's how easy that is to install. The reason I like to have it sort of in this sort of position in the cab is because, you can still get it whilst you're in the cab, but it's also easy to get from when you're outside. If you're outside and you think, oh, crap, I need to get it, you haven't got to clamber up and get it from somewhere, like in the little tray there or whatever. But not so bad on a little tractor like this. Red arrows. They're about today. Obviously we're just down the road, or just up the road from Shuttleworth, and they've, missed it earlier. Well, I see it, but I didn't have the camera rolling. They had the Lanc come down, Lancaster. That roared past. yeah, now they've got the red arrows doing a bit of a routine. So we are quite lucky because we regularly see Spitfires and all sorts of stuff flying over from Shuttleworth, so it's quite good. So on the 225, I've gone there on the grab handle, and I'm not sure about that. It's no bother for me getting up, but because I go like that sort of thing, so I'm using slightly higher up, but I might have to, that might be in the way for people not quite as tall as me, if you know what I mean, so I may have to go in similar position to how I've gone on with a T4 on like a bit of dash there. But I thought that did at least save me drilling holes. But yes, I'm not sure about that. I may have to move that. But again, easy to get from when you're in the cab or when you're out the cab. So that's the great thing about them. You literally stick it anywhere, and that'll be fine. So here's the Evian. She's all serviced up, waiting for harvest to begin. I've just got to give her a wash down before we go. But it's pretty clean, really. Like, only a bit of dust on it, but our pressure washer will soon sort that. So up the back here, we can see it just there. So we've got one I've put there, which I've got to move because it just fouls with the ladder a bit. So I've got to move that holder. Probably going to move it to there, make a little bracket for it to sit there for the the big extinguisher. But yeah, so we've got one up here. That's a 100-second one as well. And again, you just sort of do that, and it comes off. You're ready to go. I think the worst thing about extinguishers and everything is you spend quite a lot of money. Buying a load of, for example, fire safety sticks, and you don't really get anything for your money because you're never going to. Well, hopefully, you're never going to use them. So it's kind of like when you spend, I forget what the big ones are, 100 quid, for example. I'm not sure if they are 100 quid. I can't remember. You may never get the benefit of that 100 quid. So that's the tricky thing with them. But you don't have them on, and then you do have a fire, and then you're sort of like stood there watching a piece of kit go up in flames. It's not so clever, is it, lot? So yeah, we should be good to go fire-wise this year. We'll have two big extinguishers, two of them. I half wonder whether you have one sort of down here as well. Don't know, but you're going to have the ones in the cab as well, like, so, plus all the tractors are going to have them, so, you could, like I say, you could easily dot a couple more on it, on ground level each side. Could have one here, couldn't you? Could have one there, for example. Yeah, tricky to know. I mean, something like this, you could, go the whole hog and have a fire suppression system fitted. On something like this, do you just do the engine, or do you do, what do you do? Do you do the whole lot? It's tricky to know, isn't it? If you did the whole combine, it is a lot of money, but, of course, the other argument is it's a lot of money's worth of combine. Especially the bigger stuff, like, you're talking $750,000, $500,000, $750,000. So 10, 20 grand for a fire suppression system is not a lot of money, in the grand scheme of things, is it? But yeah, what do you do? So there's the one off the back. That is off because it's got to be tested. I think they're coming next week to test. Here's the other one. That's got to come off as well to be tested. It reads all right, but they come and check them and everything, don't they? Yeah, so I'm thinking of mounting it under the passenger seat there. So there's Nice bit of metal under there we could mount it to. I was looking at it the other day, and there's the, I didn't get time to finish installation, but that's what I'm thinking of putting it. You could, I suppose you could have it just rattling around in the tray here, like, but would be a bit better if it was mounted properly, wouldn't it? There you go, that's that mounted. Quite nicely under the passenger seat. And you can just sort of see it there as well every time you get in. Just a reminder that it's under there. And again, just a nice easy grab. And as I grab it, again, nice little, I like that. And it pulls the protective cap off, so that you've literally got to take the striking cap off, strike it, and then you're busy fighting fire. So, yeah, happy days. That is the 100-second or the 200-second ones fitted in the combine. So just doing the gate so we can twiddle for these old cows. Come on, girl, head up, thank you. Yeah, not too bad under here for them, because there is at least a decent breeze today. So, yeah, there's the tanker. Got her filled up yesterday, actually. Yeah, Fast Track can handle it now as well, because she's got all her hydraulics back. So, yeah, 3,000 gallon of water in there, so that's quite handy. I'll swap the pipes over at the back so it's coming out the splash plate. Obviously that's be far more useful than coming out the dribble bar if you're trying to fight a fire. So yeah, just square out the back there, look. Yeah. Still, I'm in two minds with more firefighting. No, I'm getting seemingly a little bit obsessed about it, like, but it's definitely better to be prepared than not be prepared. So obviously I've got the little pressure washer, the little DeWalt battery pressure washer in there with 25 litres of water in the front box. But I'm thinking more. Now there's a couple options I've thought of. One is a tank on the back tray. So I could get quite a nice, 500, 600 litres on the back tray there without hindering visibility too much. But there is another option, front mounted water tank, which I have considered before as well for the pressure washer stroke jetty unit I've got. There's a company, LMG Agri Plant, who I got you can probably just see it over there, the quick hitch frame for the FW. I got that through him, and he's fairly local to me. And he's just been exhibiting at the Norfolk show, wanting to get there but didn't manage to get there this past week. And he's got basically 1,000 litre tank front mounted with hose and pump options, either hydraulic, petrol, diesel pump. And you can have like a straw roller on it as well, like obviously, like if these things for baling, that sort of stuff, and you've got the water with you. So that is an option. Probably, like I say, a fairly expensive option, but I think I'm going to have a word with him and see maybe whether you can hire it or what, I don't know. But probably not for that. Probably put that on the 225, which goes on the baler. But yeah, I mean, how far do you take it? Having experienced a few fires now, think it's far better to be prepared and be able to fight the bugger rather than what do I do? And just ring 999 and wait for the fire engine to come. So I may go with the rear tank for the Fast Track. But yeah, I don't know. There's options anyway. There's options. What are you guys doing for, sort of fire prevention, that sort of thing? Because it's seemingly heading the same way as it did, 3 years ago when we had the big fire. There's no moisture about it. If the fire does happen, it could just be a bit of glass or whatever. Especially a day like today, strong winds. There's no, grass isn't green. That would just go like. So what are you guys? Have you got, sort of water bowsers and that sort of stuff out there ready to go just in case? tricky one, isn't it? Tricky one. But anyway, I'm going to twiddle the cow's grub up for them. This is where we've got it in the loader, just behind the pillar there. Yeah, so it's warm. Don't know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know what systems you've got in place for fire prevention, that sort of stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta.